The great British summer. We need to cheer the mood up in here. Alexa, turn the desk on.
Okay.
So as is fairly typical in the UK, not all of my deliveries have come at the same time, and very helpfully, they're show-stopping items. So we're talking about the main board, the motherboard, and the case itself. It's a gorgeous case, but I'm not going to give away which one it is. But that's okay. We've got some changes, some upgrades that we need to make to the main rig, namely the SSD, the NVMe M.2 drive that we've got. I'm forever running out of space on that, and I like to edit on that drive, particularly as I'm working now in 4K workloads. The speed really does benefit that. So we're going to put a 1TB 960 SSD from Samsung in there. Absolutely gorgeous drive, and I got it at bargain for 350 quid. I know that sounds like a lot for a drive, but I think it was around 500. So we'll take today as the opportunity to get the upgrades done in the main rig, to free up the SSD, the 950, which is 256 gig, again an NVMe M.2, and that will go in the new build again. Still a lightning fast drive. So you can see here the NVMe drive is tucked right under the graphics card. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get this out without having to bleed that entire loop, remove the graphics cards, and then refit everything. Motherboard and case have arrived. We've got the Corsair 570X, which, to be fair, isn't a custom taste, an individual taste. It's all glass all the way around the outside, so it's going to require some crazy cable management. And for a motherboard, we've got the MSI Carbon X370. This is a great AMD board, and it will enable me to put Crossfire and SLI in there, albeit I'm not doing that for this build. We've got the RX 580 Strix from Asus, but I do plan to use this for graphics cards testing in the future, so that will enable me to put whatever card in there that I need to. It's been a while since I've used a motherboard that hasn't got an on-off switch actually on it, but I can work around it to do the bench test, and that's to use a screwdriver to short the jumper on the motherboard and power the board up. And that, folks, is why you should always do a bench test. It looks like I've got a bad graphics card. Probably going to have to RMA and send that back. I can still get the build complete this evening and still show you with the aesthetics of what it's going to look like, because the board actually powers up. You've got all the RGB lights, etc., but probably going to have to RMA it. I did have a thought that perhaps it needed a BIOS update, but that seems unlikely, and I have just tried this card in one of my other builds and I'm having the same problem. put a different card in there, the system powers up absolutely fine. So there we go. Moral of the story, guys, always do a bench test before you put everything into your build, so that you know if you've got a problem, what the problem is. Thing's got a dust filter for the intake of the PSU underneath it. Really easy to remove and clean. It's a nice little touch. Okay folks, gonna leave the build there for today. No point doing shitloads of cable management when I know I've got to tear that graphics card out. Probably gonna put one of my spares in, probably my 680 or my 780. No, not my 780 because that need water cooling. I put my 680 in here tonight, I get Windows installed. Then all I've got to do tomorrow is finish the cable management, get the new graphics card in there. I've ordered one, I can't be bothered to wait for RMAs, etc. And I've actually gone for a 1070. Leave your thoughts on that down in the comments below. I hope you're really well wherever in the world you are. If you're not already subscribed, please do so by bashing that button down there so you don't miss the finale of this. And I'll see you in my next video.